What's that? Ro is coming out with a video that isn't related to a meme coin? There's no way. Listen, guys, if you are new to the channel and you haven't been watching me since my early days in 2024, you would know that this channel used to focus a lot on some utility plays. And in today's video, we're taking a look at a very special play that some people are calling very similar to Bitcoin itself. Now, we're taking a look today, guys, at Bittensor Tao. If you guys don't know what that is, well, stay tuned. This video, we're going to talk about it. We're going to be talking about a huge milestone that it's approaching as well. Super excited for this, guys. It's been a while since I talked about utility plays, but maybe, just maybe, we might cover a little bit more of these on this channel. If you guys want more of this content, then hey, you're in the right place. Subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload, and like this video so YouTube pushes it out in the algorithm. Also, guys, drop a comment if you want more utility plays covered, and if so, which ones, and I'll make sure to do that. Especially right now, I'm seeing a lot of altcoins have some pretty crazy runs, and I do believe, guys, that they are going to run hard in 2026. If you're new, you know what to do. Let's get right into today's video, fellas. First things first, we're taking a look at the overall crypto market. You guys know we're in extreme, well, we were in extreme fear. Now we're at fear levels. Fairly good. Bitcoin's at 91,300 for a Sunday. That's not too shabby. Ethereum sitting at 3,100, up 3.44%. Actually, not too bad if you were to ask me, right? It's looking good for a Sunday, guys. Is good. Hopefully, we carry this momentum with us onto the week. We see Ethereum break over 3.2, 3.3, and kind of hold within that realm, guys. December typically is very bullish for crypto. Q4 is typically very bullish. Obviously, we're seeing kind of a flip in the script right now, but I do believe, guys, that we're just getting ready for 2026. There's a lot of things fundamentally on the macro scale that just line up with 2026 being a very bullish year for crypto, which I've talked about a plethora of times, and I'm not just going to repeat myself in this video because we are taking a focus on a little bit of a crypto called Bittensor Tao. Now, this project is at, I feel like, a very crucial level. In the last year, down about 60%. In the last month, down 30%. In the last week, down 3.79%. And in the last 24 hours, up 2.35%. Volume is at 100 million. Market cap just shy of $3 billion. So let's talk about it, right? Bittensor Tao, guys. A lot of people keep hearing about it, but they don't really know why there's so much hype. So Bittensor Tao is basically trying to become the decentralized network for AI. Think of Bittensor Tao, guys, as basically the internet of AI, where instead of a few big companies controlling everything, anyone can plug in, contribute AI models, and get paid for the actual value that they provide. It's like basically they want to become the internet. They want to become the AI Google, if that makes sense. Bittensor is basically trying to become the decentralized network for AI. And like I was saying, right, think of it as the internet of AI. Everything runs on the Tao token, which is what we were taking a look at here. Already, again, secured all of these exchange listings, guys. This is a phenomenal project. And you're probably wondering, why should I even load up on this project, or what's exciting about this? We'll take a look. Website's very trippy. Now, this is where things kind of get really spicy, right? Everything runs on the Tao token. Miners, validators, and AI creators earn Tao based on how useful their models are. So this isn't just another random utility token. It's actually tied to some real work and real compute. Now, here is, I feel like, where the gist of, or the crux of it comes in, right? Tao has a halving very similar to Bitcoin. That is why people compare it to Bitcoin. It has a halving, and that halving is actually coming up very soon. Every few years, the rewards that miners receive get cut in half. And what does that usually mean? Well, we know what that means, right? Lower new supply, less selling pressure, stronger long-term economics if demand keeps rising. So right now, people are eyeing that next halving that's supposed to come because it could potentially line up with a new wave of subnets that are launching as well, especially things such as Void AI, which many believe could be a major game changer for liquidity and real usage inside of this ecosystem. Now, before we even continue about Bittensor Tao, guys, you need to understand QT is over, ended a couple of days ago. QE is next. I'm not saying that quantitative easing has started, but typically that's what follows. Fed balance sheet fell from $37 billion in November to $6.53 trillion, the lowest it has been since 2020. Quantitative tightening has removed $2.43 trillion over 3.5 years, unwinding 51% of pandemic quantitative easing. Now, if we rewind back to 2020, when this last happened, guys, when quantitative tightening ended, we were about to go into a crazy period until COVID hit. things were looking good, things were looking bullish, and then COVID hit, right? So now we're finally having that, but without the scare of COVID. Rate cuts are also coming in 3 days, and I wanted to show you guys a statistic over here. Polymarket shows that there's a 93% chance of a 25 basis points rate cut in December. Only 5 days left before the FOMC decision. A cut would mark a real shift towards softer policy and could boost liquidity across markets. Now, obviously, guys, this I feel like is a buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. Every time that we've seen 25 basis points rate cut, we've seen a dip in the market. I'm fairly confident that it's the same thing that's going to happen again. So keep that in mind. Unless we see a 50 basis points rate cut, then we're going to absolutely fly. But if it is 25, it's low key already baked into the market. I don't believe that we're going to see a crazy massive pump from that. But yeah, anyways, back to Bittensor Tao, right? The cool thing about this project, guys, is that it's not one giant model. It's a whole network of kind of specialized AI subnets, each focus on kind of doing different tasks. As more builders and developers plug in to the Tao network, the entire ecosystem gets smarter, it gets faster, it gets more and more valuable. But obviously, with that being said, there are a few risks associated, right? Like adoption is still very, very early. Big validators, right? If there are big validators, it could literally centralize power if things aren't monitored the right way. And because new Tau is minted through mining, you still need consistent demand to balance that sell pressure that you might potentially see. However, that said, I do believe that the upside is very high because let's take a look. I'm not expecting Tau to move on the halving event. Over time, increased scarcity will matter as it has for Bitcoin every 4 years, but I don't see it being an important catalyst to price in the short term. That said, it is a major moment in the Bittensor journey. Such a milestone should be celebrated. Next week is a big one for crypto. The Fed will announce its rate decision. The market is now pricing in a 93% chance of a rate cut, and then we have the very first Bittensor halving, one of the biggest Tau events ever. Will it be a sell the news event or one of the most bullish catalysts we've seen? Honestly, no one knows, but I'm excited. Now, I feel like it can be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event because we haven't really seen it rally on this rumor just yet. I just feel like not enough people know about this to begin with. And if we take a look at where we are on the market as well, guys, you can see it's honestly kind of at a support area right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we are able to see a little bit of a pump come that halving. Just getting back to the next, I guess, resistance area is about a 69, maybe that's too funny. 70% rally getting upwards towards $485. And hey, I believe they could pull it off because we haven't really seen a buy the rumor type of event yet. Yes, the halving is going to be coming for this, but we haven't seen momentum or hype kind of leading up to that, right? So that is why I think after the halving comes, maybe we might see a little bit of hype over on X. Maybe people start talking about it and then it picks up again. Obviously, not financial advice. That's just what I think, right? And if Bittensor pulls this off, guys, we're talking about a fully decentralized AI marketplace where anyone could build, earn, and innovate without needing Google level money, literally. Bittensor Tao, I still get weird questions about the Bittensor Tao halving because a lot of people still don't understand what's actually happening. The halving is in 10 days. I believe at the time of watching this, it is obviously very less. A couple days away, guys. Tau emissions are what gets cut in half. Daily Tau goes from 7,200 to 3,600. That's the halving. The quantity of alpha added to the pools is halved. Miner validator earnings don't suddenly drop. They earn alpha, not Tau. What does change is Tau liquidity. Less Tau is added to alpha pools every day, which means Tau becomes more scarce, and alpha is paired with Taus. Alpha paired with Taus. Where was it? Alpha paired with Tau also becomes more scarce. This is basically a mini alpha halving too. The halving also has the quantity of alpha added to pools. Big subnets won't shut down. Their liquidity pools are already large enough to handle the change. The real effect is to supply shock. Tau inflation drops, alpha liquidity slows down, the entire ecosystem gets tighter. That's it, okay? So the bottom line is, I feel like, guys, Bittensor is one of the most ambitious AI crypto projects that are out there, and it really could redefine AI. How AI is built and shared, and the halving only adds fuel to the long-term supply and demand for dynamics. I feel like it is a really solid play, and I feel like it definitely does have a future, whether that be in your portfolio right now or not, right? But that's up to you guys. Are you going to be adding some Tao to your bag? Do you currently hold some Tao? Obviously, we have some pretty cool things coming out for this project, and it is sitting at a very crucial level right now, which I would think is a fairly strong support area. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And as always, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research, your own due diligence before you buy into anything. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Take care and peace out, y'all.